Hey guys, I'm Jenny from TMC and I'm here with one of our weightlifting instructors, Justin.
Hey guys.
So we just wanted to have a quick chat with Justin and learn a little bit more about him, everything about him outside of weightlifting. But for starters, I just wanted to ask Justin, why movement?
Yeah, great question. Movement, as you guys know, encompasses so many different things. My personal background, I grew up playing a lot of sports and on a farm up in Scone, up in the Upper Hunter, and was traditionally rugby league and athletics and sports and lots of different things, which flowed into CrossFit. And the more I went down the rabbit hole of understanding the body and physiology and science and going through university and things, it just became very clear and apparent that holistic, broad modalities of training is where it's at. And so that's why I love movement as the primary focus of my training personally, and why I love what we've built here, which is great. So yeah, that's why movement for me, I think.
Cool. And how long have you been teaching weightlifting?
So weightlifting, I've developed a passion for that when I was strength and conditioning training for rugby league. So I got pretty serious with rugby league there for a few years, and with that came professional full-time training. And you learn a lot at the NRL clubs in the weights room, and I was naturally one of the smaller people, so I always had to work really hard to get stronger and more powerful. So I developed a bit of a passion for weightlifting, which flowed into Olympic weightlifting once I developed CrossFit. So I started getting into CrossFit in my early 20s then, and a big part of that was Olympic weightlifting. I love the technicality of it. I love how effective it is for ticking a lot of boxes. Power, you have to be pretty flexible and mobile, and obviously it builds strength, but it's very skillful, so there's a lot of skill involved, so I love it.
There is. Every time I go to one of the weightlifting classes, I learn something different. I'm not great at weightlifting, but I definitely learn something new technique-wise every single time.
Yeah.
So you may be wondering why I'm holding a foot in my hand. Justin is also a podiatrist. So what does a podiatrist do?
Yeah, good question. So I've got Frankie the foot here with us, and we're in one of my clinics today, so that's great. Podiatry is all things lower limbs. So we're an allied health professional. I professionally wear a few different hats. So I teach at university as a lecturer and a senior clinical educator at the University of Newcastle. Professionally, we're in our sports medicine clinic. So I sort of sub-niche in podiatry as lower limb musculoskeletal injuries. But traditionally, podiatry is all things from general nail care, corns, calluses, ingrown toenails, nail surgeries, diabetic care, all that sort of stuff is what we consider general stream, predominantly for people getting older who can't self-care or start to develop comorbidities or different diseases that put them at higher risk. But then there's all the similar crossovers in musculoskeletal land, similar between my physio colleagues, exercise physiologists, osteos, anyone else. We all fix feet. I just do it uniquely, or not uniquely really, but just lower limb specific, and that's it. Yeah, so I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So at the Movement Collective, we train with no shoes most of the time. Like even when I do the weightlifting class, I train in no shoes. What are the benefits to training in no shoes?
Good question. I love the shoe discussion. So many times people will come in and they almost feel bad if I ask them about their footwear and things like, oh, I love being barefoot, and they say it's a bad thing in one body. It's not. So I think it's useful to get clear on what is a shoe for starters, and what are the feet, what are they designed to do? They're strong, resilient things. They're a base of support, and they're a spring for propulsion and movement. So they're designed to be moved, they're designed to be strong and resilient. The surface areas dictate a bit more about what shoes demand, what shoes we demand on our feet rather. So they are, for sometimes they're protective equipment. For instance, if you're a coal miner or you're working in a kitchen and there's hot things on your feet, they're protective equipment. Or if you're on concrete all day, for instance, you might be more inclined to wear shoes. Or if you've got an injury or something like that. So if someone's got some compressive sore injury, they might need a little bit more protection, and therefore they might need a few more shoes. But if you're fit, healthy and fine, diversity is great as well. So not being too set with one thing. If you train a bit in shoes, great. Challenge yourself and train out of shoes and vice versa. So there's no real right or wrong. It's just knowing how you should be looking at them. And barefoot training is great as long as you're fit and healthy. It's often one of the things we layer on if you are getting a bit of issue or pain with that. So don't feel like you're doing the wrong thing. If you're training barefoot, it's great if you can tolerate it and build capacity to doing that. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it was so great to have a chat with you, Justin, and it's so great to have you as one of our weightlifting coaches. And thanks so much for taking the time today.
Thanks, Shane. Cheers, guys.